What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia, and in this video I'm going to show you how I made these peekaboo wine goblets. But this isn't just an ordinary peekaboo, because look at this. Check it out. This is a double peekaboo. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this, stick around and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I prepped my glasses with 91% alcohol, sprayed it down, wiped it with a paper towel. I wanted to make sure that the vinyl sticks really well on this because you're going to see it through the glass when you look in. So I wanted to make sure that, there's no chance of it lifting, and I'm using the Oracle permanent vinyl. I cut out shamrocks on, I will provide the color in the description below. And so I put these on. So now I'm going to wipe this down again with 91% alcohol, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my first coat of spray paint in white. Okay, now that I've got my stickers on my glass, I am going to spray paint it gold. So I'm going to spray the whole thing. I'm just going to do short bursts. Look at the other one. It's a little windy out. Oh man, it's cold too. Oh, I can't wait until the winter's over. So I'm going to spray the whole glass gold. Now I'm just going to do short bursts because I definitely don't want to overspray. I don't want any runs. All right, now I got to go around the back side. There's my dog. Major. Hey, puppies. Don't worry about if you get it on the inside too, because you can just wipe that out like you do with a tumbler with acetone. So, all right, it looks like it's going to take probably a couple of coats of this. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry because I don't want to overspray and I don't want it to drip. Oop, and I will be back when I'm getting ready to do another coat. Okay, I am back. I wound up needing 3 coats of the gold. So now I'm going to come in with my green, and I'm trying to get this done before the wind picks back up. It's really windy today. It's kind of aggravating. And oh, I must apologize for my backyard being pretty messy right now. We get beat up in the wintertime here, and then once the weather breaks, we come out and we clean everything up. But right now, yeah, my yard's kind of a mess. So I apologize for that, and my porch. Promise in the summer it will be cleaned up, but the only amount of time I can stand out here is really when I'm spraying. Other than that, I am a hermit in the winter. This spray paint I'm having issues with. I need to clean the nozzle, but this coat doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to get glittered. So we just need to get the green over to gold, really. And I just go around the cup, make sure most of the gold is covered. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Make sure you get up underneath, because I've missed that from time to time. I guess I'm getting a little too close for you guys. Oops. Like holding this and spraying. I don't have a big tripod, so sometimes we just gotta take you along. And the wind's picking up. See, up underneath. And I think that looks pretty good. You guys are probably getting dizzy by now. Sorry. All right, That's pretty good. I'm going to let these dry and then they'll be ready to be glittered. Okay, this is dry and I just sprayed it with spray adhesive, and now I am going to put on this glitter mix that I mixed up, and I will link the colors below. Of course, it's Glitter Makes It, and it's a couple of colors that I blended together. And so I'm just gonna sprinkle this on. And if you hear any noise in the background, I apologize. My husband is working on the closet, which is on the other side of my wall here. So I'm just glitter dumping here. So I'm gonna put this down because I need to. Pour this back in. Go around. I promise this isn't going to come off. It is floppy though. The wine glasses are a little bit hard to secure onto things because of the way they're shaped. And that's why I'm going with a fine glitter rather than a chunky glitter. Because, you know, working with chunky glitter, it's harder to get it to, you know, to matte down. And with the curves on a wine glass, it's just not worth the hassle. So that's why I chose a fine glitter. But I did, like I said, a glitter mix. It's green and gold, and I'll show you the colors when I come around the next time to do the next glass. So, all right. So I'm going to take a look at this and see. You see how that sparkle? I don't think I need another coat. I'm probably going to do a second coat anyway. So what I do when I'm doing spray adhesive and when I'm doing a cup or a glass with spray adhesive is I don't even let it dry. Like a lot of people are like, oh, you gotta let it dry in between. I don't even let it dry in between coats. So I'm gonna take this back outside, I'm gonna spray it again, and I'm gonna glitter it again right away, and then I'm gonna spray my sealer on right away. So all 3 layers are gonna dry at the same time. That's the way I've been doing it, and I've not had any issues. So I am going to be back when I'm getting ready to glitter the second cup. Okay, I'm coming in on the first coat on the second glass, and I'm going to glitter this, and then I'm going to show you the spray adhesive I'm using and the glitter. And I'm just going to get this on, and then as soon as I'm done this coat, I'm going to spray adhesive it again real quick, put on a second coat, and then I'm going to do my clear coat, and then I'm going to let it dry for a couple hours before I put another coat of clear coat, and then my epoxy. So quite a few steps, but it's got some really cool results. So it's always worth it when, you know, you take a while to do a cup, but in the end it looks absolutely amazing. So I'm going to tap the bottom. Lots of glitter everywhere, trying to keep it on to catch paper. And you gotta work quick with the spray adhesive because it does dry quick. So, you know, there's no dilly-dallying around. So if you've got to stop, you're gonna come back, it's gonna be dry, you're not gonna be able to use it. So moving quick, and hopefully you won't get interrupted, which happens often when you have children, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna tap it off. And I'm going to show you. So I'm using the Krylon spray adhesive, and you can use whatever you want. People, you know, people swear by Loctite. Other people use Mod Podge. There are different kinds of spray. So it's like whatever you can get your hands on, I think really works. So the colors I'm using are Gold Rush by Glitter Makes It, and Emerald Isle. And I'm really, really low. So those are the 2, and I will be back when I'm getting ready to start my epoxy. Okay, I am back with these cups, and they've been drying actually overnight. I didn't get a chance to get back to them yesterday, so now I'm getting to them today, and I have 40 mLs of part A and part B of the quick set that I'm gonna apply, and I'm gonna do. I don't want a super thin coat. I do actually want to put a pretty decent coat on this. I want to get good coverage. So I didn't seal it really well, and you'll see a lot of glitters coming off. That's okay. I'm okay with that. because it's kind of, you know, it's the same color glitter. So if I was doing a multi-glitter cup, then I would definitely seal it better. But I only put 1 coat of quick coat on this. And, you know, it did good enough. But, you know, this is going to get spray painted over. So, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just, you know what, I decided I'm just going to dip my finger in for this because of the glass shape. It's a little bit different working with wine glasses, and these are red wine glasses, so this part is shorter and rounder. So it takes a little getting used to, and I'm hoping that the 40 mLs is enough, but I'm using quite a bit because I want to get good coverage. I don't want to sand a whole lot. And like the next coat will probably be like, I'll have to do 2 coats before I'm ready to spray paint it. But I only want to do 2 coats and minimal sanding if possible. I didn't flatten any of this glitter out, so, and I'm dripping a little bit, and that's okay if you drip a little bit. That's why I've got the silicone catch mat underneath. So, just make sure I got this on really well. And securing these to the arms are they're difficult. Like, I don't have an attachment just for wine glasses. So I kind of make it up as I go. So I'm just going to turn this. But these are secured. They're not coming off. But they're a little bit wobbly. But that's okay. You'll be fine if it's a little bit wobbly. So don't forget to get your base down here. All right, now I am going to get my turner on. I'm just going to smooth it out. And it's doing a little wobbly thing. I promise you it won't come off. All right, and this is the fast set epoxy, so we got to work kind of quick because it starts to heat up after about this stuff like 5 minutes. It's like really quick. I know that Alumilite is now making a fast set epoxy. I don't know how fast they're set up. Like, I don't know when theirs starts to warm up, but I know for this they say 15-minute working time. I'm gonna go with less than 15, 10 if you're lucky. And maybe it depends on the conditions in your room, but like I keep a heater by my turners because it's cold. You know, room temperature, the epoxy doesn't like room temperature. And people have to be aware that epoxy does not like to be cold. So it really plays a part in how it spreads. It plays a part in how it cures. It plays a part in its finish. So you just want to make sure that you've got, you know, it's a good temperature in your workspace. All right, don't forget your bottom and your stem. Make sure you get this all sealed in really good. And again, I'm going to be putting another coat of this on, so I won't show you that. I'll show you when the 2 coats are on and I'm getting ready to dip this. And I'm not doing the bottom of these glasses. I'm only doing the goblet part and the stems. So not the very bottom of the cup, or not the very bottom of the wine glass. All right, so in about an hour and a half, these will be ready for another coat. All right, I'm gonna take this off. And I'm gonna do a quick torch, make sure I pop any bubbles. I'm just gonna go back and forth. All right, and I'll be back in a bit. All right, guys, I am back with these cups. I have 2 coats of epoxy and I've sanded them. Check out the inside. Tell me that doesn't look so cool. Or at least I think it does anyway. And then the bottom looks pretty cool. It's like, it's gold because there's nothing on the bottom. So now I am going to, I cut out my stencils, which are the shamrocks. I'm using Duct brand, what's it called? Shelf paper from either Walmart or the Dollar Tree, I can't remember. But I cut this on my Cricut Design Space and I used the paper setting. So I'm just going to randomly place shamrocks. I've got the 3-leaf and 4-leaf around the cup. And I'm just gonna stagger them. I'm gonna put them on the bottom too. I'm not gonna do any, I might wrap one around the stem. I don't know, let me see. Let me just get these on here. And you can't see me placing because I am doing, let's see. It's kind of hard to put these on. Not really looking. There we go. Go up. Down here. One down here. Get a smaller one down here, and I hope I cut out enough. Sometimes I think sometimes I just don't cut out enough. So I'm gonna put them down here as well. All right, so I'm just gonna speed this up because it takes a little bit of time because I'm doing 2 wine glasses and not just one. So as you can see, I'm just placing them all around the cups. I am placing them on the bottom. I do put one on the stem, and I do this for both cups. Make sure that when you do this that you're using removable vinyl so that it's easy to get off after you're done your spray painting. If you use the permanent vinyl, it may leave a residue behind and you might have, you know, much harder time pulling it off. So just make sure that you're using the removable vinyl, either the shelf paper, or I think that Oracle is the 631 removable. Cricut also has a removable or repositional, I'm not sure what they call it, vinyl, so that it's easy to come off. And so I think that's it for this, and I'm going to get back to regular speed so that we can move on with the next steps. Right there. All right, so I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the placement of these. So now I am going to be ready to hydro dip. All right, so I will be back when I have that all set up. Take 2. All right, next step. I said I was gonna hydro dip, that's a lie. I'm going to spray paint first, white. I'm gonna get the whole cup white, and this is how I'm gonna do it. I don't want to miss any steps. I missed a step in one of my tutorials and somebody called me out on it, so make sure I don't forget anything. So I'm probably going to put 2 coats of this white on before I am ready to hydro dip. So you get the idea. I will be back when I'm done spraying both cups.
Hi guys!
So these cups took 2 coats to get the coverage that I wanted. I did the first coat, I let it dry, and then I did another coat. Filming. All right, coming back to do my hydro dip using fluorescent green, meadow green, and metallic gold. And I'm gonna just spray spots in my bucket. gonna dip just like it is. I'm not even gonna swirl it around or do anything. Put it on an angle. Twist a little. Shake. Ah, see, that's perfect. Love the way that came out. Can you see it? All right. I'm gonna put this over here. All right, number 2. Scoop this out a little bit. All right, here we go again. I'm gonna go in with my fluorescent. I don't think this fluorescent likes water too much. There we go. You gotta work a little bit quickly with this. I think if you let it go too long, that it starts to like dry up. Roll. Alright, and I'm gonna dip. Going in on an angle and twisting, twisting, twisting. Shake it up. Ah, cool. Neat. All right, guys, I am back with these cups and these are dry. So I'm so excited. I love the way this one is my favorite. Came out. Of course, how could they not? You're always in my videos. All right, so I definitely like this one better, but this is still gonna be cool. So we're gonna take off, we're gonna peel off our vinyl decal. So I'm gonna do that very, very carefully with my weeding tool. Just pick at the edges. And when I get a good piece, remember this vinyl, this should be removable vinyl, so it should come up fairly easily. Mine's been drying much longer than I normally let it dry, just because when I did this last night, it was getting late and I actually had to let it dry overnight because I couldn't finish it. So now it's harder to peel off. So that's why I say when I do the peekaboo, I definitely try to get it within the first hour. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be 100% dry, but in this case it is. So it'll just take a little bit more work. So I'm just gonna peel off a couple, and then I'm gonna go off camera to peel off the rest, because you don't need to watch every single shamrock that comes off, because there's a lot on this cup. And you've already, if you've seen my vase video.
So that they don't have to watch.
So if you've seen my vase video, I peeled them all. I think I peeled them all on camera. So, and in my vase video, I forgot to put in showing how I placed the outlines of the shamrocks. So I'm gonna make sure that I put it in this video. And it's really just a matter of lining them up and placing them down. But seeing is so much easier. So can you see how it's coming through? I love it. All right, let me get just like one more and then I'm gonna go off.
Well, you don't have to end the video.
I'm not gonna end the video. I'm gonna stop the video because they don't need to see.
Well, I can distract them.
It's gonna take me a while to peel all these off, Aria. There's a lot of shamrocks on these cups. So once they see me peel a couple, they get the idea. They don't need to watch me peel them all off. All right, almost. And I use 2 different weeding tools when I'm doing this. I use my hook tool, and then I use a pair of tweezers, and I go back and forth with them. All right, so I've got 3 off, and I will be back when I've got all of them are removed from both cups.
Wait.
All right, I'm back. I'm done weeding all of these shamrocks. So I love this. I think this looks so awesome. So I am now going to clean the inside because I got some spray paint in here when I was dipping. So I'm going to clean that out before I put it on the turner, and I'm going to put a coat of epoxy on this because I'm going to put gold outlines over the shamrocks, and if I put transfer tape on this paint, it's probably going to peel it up, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to cover it with epoxy before I apply the gold outline decals. So just taking my acetone, and I get this one at Walmart, and just cleaning out the inside. The nice thing about glass is it comes off so easy. So that's, you can see that's pretty much all off. Go around this one. And I like to clean my edges up and everything before I do my final coats of epoxy. I think it makes it easier to clean them, clean around the rims. Like if you go over with your epoxy, instead of having a couple of coats of epoxy, you might only have like one coat that you've got to clean up. All right, so I'm happy with how clean this is, and I am going to go ahead and put these on my turners and put a coat of epoxy, and I'll be back when that is cured to apply the outlines to the shamrocks. Hi guys, I am back with my glass, and the other one I just put aside. I'm only going to show you the one. I'm not going to do both on camera because that will take forever, and I'm actually not even going to show you all of this, but I didn't want to skip out because I did the last time when I did the flower vase, which is very similar to this. So I'm just going to clean this off. And I wound up epoxying the bottom. I didn't want to, but I was going to just leave it gold, but I really liked the way the Hydro Dip came out on the bottom. So yeah, I epoxied it. All right, so cleaning that off. Now I'm going to start applying my outlines, which I've already cut out in my Cricut design space, and I'll show you real quick how I came up with the outlines, and I'm going to link also a video on how to create outlines on images through Inkscape, because that's how I did it, because my Cricut doesn't do that. So I have a piece of transfer tape, and I'm just going to start pulling, matching these up and pulling them off one by one. So let's see. So, and I have a small piece of transfer tape. I don't want anything too big because I want to just pull out one at a time. And then I'm going to put my cup down. And I'm actually going to stand up so that I can line this up. So this is a matter of eyeballing. I'm not like, I don't have any special formula, no tricks up my sleeve, just literally eyeing it up and putting it on the cup. And I actually think this one's, for some reason, this doesn't seem to be matching up all that well. So, thinking I have a bigger one on here. I think that one's it. All right, so it's down here. So this bigger one's down here. So I am just going to line it up. Get as lined up as best as I can. Again, I am eyeballing it. This is no special trick. And this one's too big too. What is going on? All right, this one's too big for these. So I may have bigger shamrocks that I didn't use. So I'm gonna pull this one off because this is just not gonna work. And I'm gonna grab one of these smaller ones because I have all different sizes on here. All right, so here, this one is smaller. I'm gonna grab it, pull it up, and I'm gonna go back in, and this is the right size. And just gonna line it up. And then just press it down. pull off my transfer tape. And that's it. Pretty easy peasy. So let's go on with the next one. It gives it such a different look though. It really, the outline gives it like depth, or, you know, it really just kind of seals the layered look, which I like. So again, just placing it down and pressing it on. Pull back my transfer tape. It really looks so much different when you do this. I did a cup last year where I did not do the outlines. And now looking back, I'm like, oh, you know, that would have been, I didn't even think about it then. I didn't even know how to look up doing an outline. So I would have definitely added this for sure. And I went with, so this is the Oracle metallic gold color. I did not want to do, like, I could have went in with like a holographic gold, but you know, I really just didn't want to take away too much from the sparkle of the shamrock, and plus, you know, the color of the Hydro Dip. Like, sometimes less is more. Sometimes it's just better to, you know, not put too much glitter. I don't know. There was just something about, I didn't want to go overboard on this. So I literally just decided that, you know, the metallic gold was going to be enough. So sometimes this just doesn't want to line up perfectly. But you just got to be patient with this, and it can take a little while. And that's okay. So I'm going to put it down. And make sure, because I do have the stems going like a different way, like I mirrored them. So I'm just making sure that I get the right one the right way. And take your time with it. Don't be too hasty, because if you are, it's not going to line up. And like I just did. And I'm gonna pull that one up. So I printed extras, thankfully. And sometimes you just need to do an extra one. So, you know what, I'm gonna have to print up more. For some reason, I don't know why my sizes seem like they're off. It's really weird. I don't see, like, I have small, I don't know what is going on here. It's just so weird. All right, so I'm definitely gonna have to print up more, but this one, I got this one. And I keep reusing my transfer tape because you can. So in case you didn't know that, for any beginners, you can reuse your transfer tape until it stops sticking. And I'll put a link below of the transfer tape that I use. I love it. I got it from Amazon. It's like a 50-foot roll, and it lasted me like an entire year. So it's pretty, the one I use is pretty good. I'm happy with it. So let's see, this is one of these smaller ones. I've gotten down here. All right, so I'm gonna print up a couple of more, and I'm gonna put the rest of these on, but I think you guys got the idea now. On how to put these on. It's just eyeballing them, lining up, and putting it on. And then I'll come back and show you what the finished cup looks like, and then I'm gonna put this under epoxy again, hopefully only 2 coats, and it's gonna be done. All right, I am done putting the outlines on. I struggled with these little ones, but I got them, the one in the middle, and this whole cup. So here the outlines are done, and now I'm gonna put on what I hope is my last coat of epoxy, but could be two. And when I am done, I will come back to do my final comments. Okay, I just want to show you real quick, so the Shamrock and how I transferred over to Cricut Design Space. So this is Inkscape. It is a free program that you can download. I have to watch videos to learn how to use it because it seems like there's a lot of buttons and I have no idea what these things do. But I'm gonna link a video on how to outline an SVG. It's a really good one. It'll help you out. It helped me out. So this is my Shamrock. I did the 3-leaf and the 4-leaf in this, and then I saved it as an SVG. And so now I'm gonna bring you over to my Cricut Design Space. So I do the upload function, and I uploaded the Shamrock, and most of you know how to do that. And so then I insert the image, and it's huge when it comes over. I have no idea why it was so big, and it was like way over, and like when I sized it I couldn't find it, so I'm gonna resize it down to 5 so you can see. And I lost it. Let's see where to get. There it is. All right, so I'm gonna ungroup this, and you're gonna see that it's 2 solid images. Well, we want an outline, so how do we do an outline? We are going to bring this back in. We are going to highlight it, make sure it's all lined up. Let's center it. Then I am going to slice it. So then I pull over, and there we have our outline. So you can get rid of this one, and there you have it. And then you go and you print, and you're gonna print, you're gonna cut out your template on your removable vinyl, and then you're gonna print your outline on the permanent vinyl. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. All right, guys, these glasses are done. What a labor of love. A lot of steps going through, but it was so worth it. I mean, just check out the insides of this cup. The gold is so rich. I love how these came out. It's gonna be hard to part with these. These are sold. My Irish girl, Bridget, she had to have them, so she's gonna be picking these up soon. But anyway, thank you all for watching. If you made it to the end, I know it was a lot of steps, took some time, but it was totally, totally worth it. It was so much fun. I totally want to do this on something else. So thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe. That is helping me out. I just want to say that I am blown away. So 6 weeks ago, I started doing these tutorials, and now I am at 700 subscribers, and I am like over the moon. I don't know if that's good or not. I think it's awesome, but thank you guys for continuing to watch, and some of you keep coming back, and I really, really appreciate you guys. So just make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It's really, really important. Leave a comment. I try to get them as soon as I can. And that's it for me. So see you next time. Bye.